Mentee program. Welcome to the AMPLify Real Estate Show here and just rocking and rolling, doing the real estate thing. We got special guests today. We're going to talk about, we're going to dig into back office operations. We're talking about dialers, all kinds of stuff. So maybe it's the stuff that you're going to need if you're going to expand and grow your business to any type of level. I want to welcome right now Mr. Abdul. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm fine. What about you, Eric?
I'm doing good, man. It's obviously Mindset Money Monday. I got the
Yes, sir.
coffee brewing. Had a little bit of espresso earlier today, and always gotta make sure we hydrate, right, with some good old
Yes, sir.
HA, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But just a little house cleaning. Abdul, we've been going back and forth, and as you know, with AHA America's How Americans and AMPLify, the American Mentee program, we're actually doing real estate, doing deals, creative real estate, investing across the United States of America, and basically when we're doing this stuff, you got to lead generate. So we're going to talk about lead generation. We're going to talk about the beauty of having a good VA and a bad one, and admin and sales. Abdul's got a lot rocking and rolling with, and I'm going to share it with you. It's the Cartel Closing Group. I'm going to share the logo with you. I'm going to share a couple other things. He's probably going to do something special at the end of the day as well in regards to how he's going to do these. So I'm going to pick his brain because I know, and if anybody knows me about, free is shit and shit is free at the end of the day. But if it's quality, and with us, we're always, hey, like how at any case, Abdul, right? We're like, hey, we go back and forth. You want to talk to the executives back and forth, put something together because reputation is everything. We talked about that, right? So if we're
Yes,
going to
sir.
recommend somebody, not just test it, because a lot of times we will test stuff for about 3 to 6 months and then give feedback on it. If it's working, then we'll use it in our own business, and then we'll use it across the spectrum of with all our mentees across the United States, all past, present, and yes, future mentees of America, right? And so it's a beautiful thing what he's got going on, and the price points and the stuff, everything that's going to be needed for your business can be done. There's just some things that are happening too. I know we all talk about AI and things of that nature, but I won't get into that stuff. We're going to get into what exactly is needed to scale up your business, even if you're a mom and pop, even if you're just starting, right? So Abdul, kind of tell me about what you're about, what you do, what your background is a little bit, and then kind of just tell us a little bit about your business model and
Yes,
how
sir.
it's going to help others.
Yep. So, like, if you talk about my name, my full name is Abdul Rahman, and all the way from Pakistan. And I've been in like sales and development for it. It's been like 8 years. Like we've been working with clientele who are having like problem with like lead generation, appointment setting, and production like for their social media channels. Like when
Yeah,
it comes to posting, reels, and stories, every single thing. And when it comes to like
yes,
that's the organic marketing, right? Which you do like to promote your business. Basically, let's say like if we talk about any med spa business and who just had a treatment for the, you can say, for the laser hair removal, right? So we do need to show to our prospect basically what we do, right? So what we do is like we just like the clientele just share those requirements with us. Hey,
hmm
this is a video that I did treatment today, and what we do is like we simply like convert that video into an amazing reels basically, and upload that on social media channel to increase engagement, right? And
okay,
when it comes to like VA's part, there's a whole thing, right? So VA is called a virtual assistant, right? Who can
yeah,
just manage your business. And VA, there are several type of VAs, like VAs who do like social media management, right? VA who do like calling for you, VA who do like admin part for you. Let's say like you do, because as a business owner, we don't have that much time to work inside the business, right? So we got a team for that who will be working inside the business for us because we don't have that much time to manage our social media channel, right? When it
yeah,
comes to like to work on our business, right? What services let's say like there is a difference between work inside the business and work on the business. So let me explain you work inside the business, right? So work inside the business, that means you need to maintain every single thing and maintain your social media channel. And when it comes to like work on site the business, that's depend, let's say like what type of services you offer to your clients, right? So let's say if you're offering like a couple of services help people to find a motivated buyers, let's say help people to find motivated sellers, and let's say so basically when it comes to like work inside the business, so that's really depend on the services. So you got a time to add more services inside your business, so you can just spend more time on selling your selling your services to the business owner. But when it comes to production, so VA part, they do all the production for you. So you can, rather than wasting your time inside the business, you can just spend your time work on site on your business, so you can increase your more revenue, more sales, and that's how you can increase your clientele and so on. So like if we talk about the real estate thing, that's gonna be I would say that's gonna be a amazing industry. And it not in United States, man, it's all around the world. As if now like Dubai is doing crazy, right? They have like they are doing like amazing real estate, both like residential,
Everywhere.
commercial. So everyone need help with sales, everyone need help with lead generation, everyone need help with social media. And you know what,
Yeah.
Eric, as of now, like TikTok is doing amazing when it comes, because when it comes to social media channels, like we got Facebook, Instagram, we got TikTok as well. But everyone on Facebook, like if you talk about the reach on Facebook, that is, I would say that is amazing, but we have to like spend more money, more time to some aesthetic shots to promote your business, right? But when
Yeah.
it comes to like when it comes to TikTok, TikTok is amazing. Like you can have amazing reach. Even what I can say is like, let's say if I can just post a video on TikTok, I would say like if I'm following the algorithm that TikTok offer, I will be getting like 200 plus views directly. And when it comes to like social media, I would say like Facebook and Instagram, you like that's also okay, but you need there is lots of restrictions. Let's say you cannot, let's talk about the specific services, right? So let's say you cannot advertise like Bitcoin directly on Facebook, because that's a financial part of services and Facebook don't like that. But when it comes to TikTok, you can just promote same thing on TikTok, but all you need to do is you just need to follow their algorithm. Let's say if you are a real estate coach, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
only need to post about real estate thing, right? That's how you can have amazing views. Because as a real estate coach, you cannot post something about your daily life. Let's say, hey, I just checked this restaurant today, because TikTok have amazing algorithm. They only love to promote like what basically they depend on verticals, right? Basically what exactly you do. So they love to
Okay.
promote every single thing that you do. So you can be you should follow their algorithm, and they will increase your reach, and they will increase your views. So let's say they increase your reach. Obviously, once you have a amazing reach on your video, like you can have like, let's say you are a real estate coach, right? So obviously you are teaching people how they can have amazing knowledge in real estate, and how they can just perform their like how they can do, basically how they can do better business, right? So what you
Yeah.
can do is like with the TikTok thing, you can just follow their algorithm, and they can get you more views, they can get you more reach. And let's say once you got a reach, so obviously you will have an amazing clientele, you will have an amazing response. That's how more people can see you, more people can see your content. And obviously, let's say if thousand of people see your content, obviously I would say like 100 of them will reach out to you. Hey, I'm interested in your services. Tell me more about you, what you do, how you can help me. So that's proper. I would say that's an algorithm thing. If you follow their rules and regulations, what they offer to us, what they offer to the people who use their basically channel, obviously you will get amazing response on that.
Engagement. Yeah. So engagement. So what you guys do on the back end with like the admin or social media, you guys do several components. It sounds like. So it's like you got your admin stuff. I know you do some high ticket sales, and then there's
Yep.
some social media stuff. Right now, the social media game. I've been approached by several people with the Facebook stuff, but the Facebook don't mean anything with the ads unless you got a funnel that's going to work. It's going to
Yep.
convert because that's where the magic's at, and then you can feed the monster money to get that engagement and leads. The other thing is that is doing all those little videos and TikTok and YouTube and LinkedIn, all the social media different platforms, and you still got to like create the videos, put the stuff that's going to pop, which is takes time away from the business, right? And not
Yep.
everybody's into the social media or is going to want to learn it. They're going to want to pay somebody to do it, but a lot of times it doesn't come out the way it needs to. There's a lot of good and
And let
bad
me interrupt
that
you,
are
Eric.
out
Let me
there. So
interrupt
it
you
takes
here. You know
time.
what? Yeah, let me interrupt you here. Basically, you just mentioned about like people they don't have basically that much time to do this
Well,
stuff, right?
they can probably have the time or create the time. They don't want to dedicate the time to say, look,
Yep.
I want to become a known on YouTube and then social, and then you got TikTok, and then you got Facebook, and you got LinkedIn, and you got you got Instagram. The algorithms are hard, but I
Yep.
get it. If it's organic, it will help you. But if you do it right, and there's things you got
And
to
if you
do,
do it
right? You got
right
to
and the
record the
right
videos.
time,
They have to be
they'll
edited. Not everybody
yep.
wants to do that.
Yep. So yeah, you can just do it in the right time, because if we talk, there is a term called algorithm, right? So if we talk about TikTok have specific timings. They just assure you if you just post in this timing, they will get you better reach, right? So yeah, there is a term called algorithm. As a business owner, let's say
Okay.
if you are a real estate agent, right? You have to reach out to your prospect. You have to reach out to your fellows who got properties. So you just got to spend your time with them, right? So on the same time, you don't have to spend your time on your personal branding to like promote your business, right? And you know what? When it comes to production, right? If we talk about the people, let's say agencies who are charging like for social media channel, social
Mhm.
media management and ads,
Yeah.
basically they are charging between like $1,500 to $5,000, right?
Yeah.
And let's say if you just pay that amount, and on the same time they will tell you, hey, you know what? We cannot assure you with the results. You will be getting results, but I cannot assure you with the numbers, right?
Right. It's
So yeah,
marketing.
as a business
Yeah.
owner, so I'm paying like $5,000 in upfront, and on the same time, agency guy he just tells me, hey, I cannot assure you with the results. On the very first time, I'm gonna be demotivated, right?
Right.
So here's how we differentiate from others. Like we got an amazing business model, which is like we offer virtual production department to our clients. So
Hmm.
if I give you an idea, let's say you got a company and you need help with social media, and you need help with customer support, and you need help with like development, right? So if we talk about social media, man, like for social media we only charge like 700. I just forgot the actual amount. That is between like $700 to $800, and that
Yeah.
person will be dedicated to you, and you will be just paying for their monthly thing, right? They will be spending their whole time. So in our office, basically, what we do is like we are. If you talk about the operation hours, like we do Monday to Friday, right?
Yeah.
And 8 hours, 8 hours a day, 7 hours they will be working, and 1 hour will be a
Excuse me.
straight break as a
Okay.
human to do
Cool.
lunch and everything, right? But
Yeah.
the rest of the 7 hours, they will be spending their time dedicated to you, dedicated to your business, right? So let's say if we talk about social media specialist is not a big job. There is no any rocket science. All they have to do is they just need to do like set up a campaign, just set up your target area, just set up your target age, right? Your location, and then
Right.
ad just go live. But when it comes to like research, like social media is a position which require lots of research. Let's say if we are doing any if we are promoting any services, or like let's say you are like let's talk about two different things, right?
Sure.
Let me give you a number one, real estate agent, and number two is also a real estate agent. How they are differentiating between from each other, right? So number one is he's doing social media management all the time, and number two he's also doing social media management. But number one is just like living, just launching their campaigns and just like running ads, spending their dollars, and
Hmm.
just to get reach and engagement. But number two, basically, he's doing same thing, but he will be doing like dedicated research for your product and services to come up with amazing CTAs, to come up with amazing something like better thing to offer to the clients. Because if we talk about real estate is like
Yeah.
depend on buying and selling, right? Some of them are looking to buy, some of them are looking to sell. So we have to come up with the pain points. How can we target to the buyers who are interested in buying these properties, so that things require a research, right?
Right. So it's always a story of two, right? One's going to rock and the other one's not going to rock. It just depends on what they have mindset wise and what they're doing. So I get that. But just to clarify things, there's real estate agents, there's real estate brokers. That's what you call the public sector. They live in that square box. I get it. With us, it's creative real estate investing. We live outside that box. You're going to have investors. You're going to have creative real estate investors, all that good stuff. So it feeds both of the animals and then even us. With AMPLive, yes, we coach and mentor others. So all those things have processes based on your marketing, what type of marketing. So the research
Yes,
is
sir.
very important. I get that. It's having the people that actually in the bodies to actually know what they're doing, right? To be able to work on your social media, I guess, image, right? Because you got
Yep.
to have that image at the end of the day, and I guess that's what you guys work on is putting the videos together, edit the videos, look at the research, work on those campaigns. CTA, what exactly is that? That's that. What is that?
Call
What is
to
it?
action.
So
Call to
call to
action.
action. So that's
Yep.
very important, right? So you got to have some
Yep.
calls to action. You got to be asking for the sales and things of that nature. I know that we don't do a lot of that. We're just like, hey, social media it is. Give some content. Let's give some value. Let's hunt and work for some people. Work with people, right, that are interested in the real estate. Or it's going to be working with sellers and lead generating, right, to find sellers in distressed properties, so the investors, us and others and mentees can find those deals and be able to work them. And then if you're a real estate agent or a broker, then yeah, you're looking for sellers, you're looking to list, or you're working with buyers to be able to plug in to work. So it's still real estate, but it's really a public sector and a private sector, and they both have a place. And then I guess we live kind of in the middle right there, because at the same token, we're doing the mentoring coaching. So it's super important, I think, with the social media, because it's a vicious animal to try to take on, because a lot of people get frustrated, right? You can have Instagram and have it forever and still have like 300 peeps, and so, and it's just a hard algorithm to crack and break. But
Yes, sir.
how's that going to be different from everybody else that's out there? I mean, how are you going to make sure that, and I know what you're saying, right? Because marketing is one, not guaranteed, right? And it takes 2, 3, 4 months to even rock and roll that stuff, right? But there should be a method for the madness, and if you do something, you can rinse and repeat it. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but it does take some bodies, some brains, campaigns to put together. Got to edit the videos, tag them, put them right, and then create like I guess a storyboard, right? And create I
A
guess
playbook, I would say.
there you go, perfect word, a playbook. And and sometimes that's difficult. I'm not gonna lie, Abdul. Putting that stuff together, I've scrapped more programs over the years, going, man, I like it, nah, scrap it, I don't like it, scrap it, I don't like it. And that's why I'm always live and uncut. Put it on the table, let's rock and roll. Maybe if you give me a prompter, I'll read it, and I'm still gonna ad lib and do my thing, right? Because I just don't want to be all mechanical and things of that nature. And some people are better on camera than others. So having the social media, I know, is super powerful. And then having those other components, which I know you deal about, we'll talk a little bit about that. But I agree with you 100%. Social media is an animal, and if you can put some bodies in there, yeah, it takes time. Research 7 hours a day, right? 5 days a week. You're gonna get some results. I'm gonna assume, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. Because like when let's say if we are working with an agency and they are charging, let's say like $2,000 to manage our campaigns, and
Yeah,
the same agency they will be like managing like couple of client accounts, right? But
yeah,
when it comes to a dedicated person who will
yeah.
be managing a dedicated account, he will be spending all of his time to the same account, right? So
Okay.
obviously, if a person is learning like doing same thing every day, and every day, they will come up with an amazing result. So I would say
Mhm.
like as an owner, I would also say like we cannot guarantee with the results, but I would say like we are not how are we are different from other like we are not charging like we are not charging like thousands of dollars. You are just paying for the production cost. There's just their monthly salaries, and we are going to assign you a dedicated
Mhm.
person who will be just doing everything for you. I would say to dedicate it to your business, to manage your things, and to promote your business, basically.
Gotcha. All right, so
Yep.
that makes sense. So you got the social media licked, and then I know that a lot of people they don't want to do the cold calling, they don't want to make the calls, or sometimes they, hey man, I want a CRM, but I don't know what to use. Now we'll recommend when someone comes aboard and works with us, Abdul, right? Say, look, you can use this one, and this one, all the bells and whistles, or no all the bells and whistles. This one's good with data. This one's okay with this. This one, so they got to make a decision. At the end of the day, I
Yep.
know we've been when we started the mentoring about maybe 10 years ago. We're like, hey, let's do it. Let's have our own CRM. Let's plug in all this good stuff, and then but that takes away from the love of what we do with one-on-one and getting people successful to hit those home runs in the business. So the back end part. So I think this is great of with what you're doing. It's just have to, the proof in the pudding's got to be there. Just got to work it right at the end of the
Yep.
day. So
Yep.
I know that when it comes to calling, a lot of people don't want to call, and I have my good and bad with VAs. I think we talked about that, right? You can have
Yep.
one, and if they're trained, great, awesome. Others, if they're coming from a company, they come, they go, they come, they go. And then some that you may hire going, well, shit. I think we have a story of one young man. He hired a VA. They're calling 9,000 freaking numbers, right? Tons and tons of numbers, and got about 4 leads. So it's not bad for him. He got a deal, right? But
Yep.
still, I'm going, well, shit. We probably would have done a lot better if he did what? He had to manage the VA. He didn't have the time because he's out working the business, making offers, doing the stuff that needs to be done, right, to get those deals. And I'll go ahead and put where we go right here. I'll put that right back there. Okay. So then you can see the mug here. So basically, long story short, it's like, okay, did you manage them? Did you listen to the telephone calls? And it was no, 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 because they're busy managing themselves, right? At the same token, you still got to spend the time. I don't care how good they are, because people are gonna, they're gonna have good days and bad days and good days and bad days. So you got to constantly be on them to make sure that you're delivering the product that's representing you as the investor, agent, or broker. So then we find out. Here's what's funny. She goes, well, he didn't even know, but the what happened is that the person, she hired someone else to make the calls, right? Without
Hmm.
any training, or without even asking, which is one bad for business. You got to tell, if you're working for somebody, you let them know this is what's going on. And he didn't find out till later, and they're going, okay, well, because she was too busy wanting to do what? Grow her social media business. Ironically, what we're talking about, right? And
Hmm.
it's like, well, you know what? This is probably not going to work, so let her go. And then now it's back to, okay, now I got to find a new one. Now I got to train one. So now that the young man's working with us and we're writing offers and doing deals and he's rocking and rolling, going, okay, now let's start building your apparatus. Let's start scaling up. Okay, you're awesome at the acquisition part, awesome at talking with people. Now we got a lead gen, fill the pipeline, get your marketing rolling, get your social media rolling. Let's go ahead and put another dollar in, and then at least train them. Let's train them correctly so they're getting the results that are needed, right? Which I know that, but he's not ready for that, right? So that's where you come in, right? Say, hey, let's see what we can do. Let's plug in these components. And then maybe it's $1, $2. At the same token, you got acquisitions, appointment setters, right? And you got high ticket closers that are helping out with doing the business, right? When they're ready to scale up. So you do that too, right? You do like the VAs that'll make the appointments, and VAs that'll actually dial and work as high ticket sales. But in the real estate business, I'm going to assume that their job is to get a hot, juicy appointment, right?
Yep, yep. So let's say if we're talking about the appointment setting, right? So basically we got like same like pricing for everything. Like when it comes to VAs, when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to appointment setter, when it comes
Okay.
to full caller, everyone
Oh,
is
okay.
like everyone aim is to just set an appointment basically to book a motivated person who are interested to listen, right?
Yeah.
That's their job, right? To just
Yeah.
set an appointment. Let's say if you're doing like cold calling for their real estate thing. So what they have to do is that's depend. Either they want to find a motivated seller, either they wanted to find a motivated buyer, right? So that's totally depend on the script on what they're following. So let's say if we have a person who's doing like cold calling to find a motivated seller, so they have a script, a basic script basically we can say where they will just confirm about some main things. So let's say let me just make a call in front of you, right? So what they do is they can just simply call the homeowner, hey, like you know what, like if we talk about the scripts, right, there are two type of scripts. Number one is organic and number one is the script, we can say, where they just reading every single thing. And I'm not saying the person who's reading that script they will be sounding like, yeah, they're reading a paper or they're reading from book. They will be basically they will be a legit person who just know what he's doing. But when it comes to organic script, so organic script, I will give you a good example on that. So what they do is they just simply call to the homeowner, hey, hey, let's say if it's like Mary, hey Mary, how you doing? How's your day so far? And you know what? We just bought a home right by yours, and I'm curious, like if you are looking to sell your property because we love to have another property in the same area. If they say yes, I'm interested, and sometimes they say I'm not interested, so we only listen to the people who are interested, right? So we just need to tell them, hey, all right, that would be great. Let me know if you have if I can have like 5 minutes of your time so I can just go through all the qualification and the qualification criteria that's totally depend on the clients that the requirements they give us and they
Right.
want from us, right? So
Yeah, of
what we have
course.
to do
Yeah.
is basically we just need to conduct some basic information to proceed the sale, I would say, like the property of their basically some info of their property, how long they're living in the property, and if we talk about the property in detail, how many bedrooms you
Right.
got, how many
Yeah, we'll
bathrooms.
have them do a certain. If they're working with us, they're going to be trained a certain way, where they're going to what we call the long form, right? So we get
Yep,
everything from birth until now. We open up the call. We do the tie downs. We find out, get them talking about what they know, which is the property, and then the situation, and then we
yep,
keep on rolling. We qualify them, keep on moving forward, letting them know, hey, okay, what's the situation? Why do you need to sell? Do you need to sell? Yes or no? What's your time frame? Everything about the house, because we're digging a little bit deeper and we want the VAs or anybody that comes across. And if you're working with them and you're going to train them, we're going to help train those people as well to make
yep,
sure that they're getting all the information and knocking it out on one call, not two or three calls and going back and forth. There's a place and time for that. It's called touches. If you need to touch them 7 times before you go to the property or make an offer, that usually has to drop, but we're doing the same thing. But but we have a specific type of lead gen form, the longer form that needs to be done. If they want the short form, cool, it does work, right? We've tested them both; they both work, but you still got to get the information anyways, right? So whether it's on a website or whether it's a short form, just finding out about the property. Do you need to sell? What's your asking price? All that good stuff. I call that the spaghetti at the wall, right? Throw it at the wall and see what sticks, right? And everything that doesn't stick is going to go into the I guess the pond or ocean of the what we call quantity, right? We're going for
yep,
quality, so it's gonna take a little bit longer to be able to get that quality lead. So we got to make sure that the VAs are going to do what they're going to do and not just try to spin and burn through numbers. Because if they do, then they're going to lose a lot of opportunities. They got to be able to read through read through what's the word I'm looking for. Read between the lines and see the forest through the trees, right? Just like
yep,
because they are going to be an extension of your company or
yep,
anybody who works with you guys and you have a VA, it has to be an extension of your company, representing your brand, representing your style, representing your culture, right? And how you do
yep,
stuff. And I know for me, I'm a stickler about how phone calls are made, right? Because I
yep,
will listen to them and I go, hey, be careful what you say, or you missed out the opportunity where this person said, hey, look, you should have went in and dug in. They're ready to go. The information was there, or rebuttals because they may say, you know what, I'm not going to tell you what's on the first. We got to have those rebuttals, and also
yep,
red flag them. We call it the if you ever seen Dumb and Dumber the movie, right? 3 chances to hang themselves, right? So they can redeem themselves. And yes, we're talking about the seller because a lot of them think they're selling a car and they don't want to tell you the sticker of the price, right? But everything it's public information, even when it's not public information. We're going to find out, and everything's going to come out in the wash, anyways. And then we keep rolling, set the stage, ask the 3 magical questions, boom, get a scale of 1 to 10, wrap up and close the call. And then you're going to have yourself a nice, juicy, hot lead, right? Then you're going to go pull that title. When you go pull that title, then we're going to work it together, or you should work it with your team. Go
hmm,
back, set that appointment, and then boom, let's rock and roll. So your VA will be happy because they got an appointment, they're going to get paid. And I know there's some unique stuff the way you're doing it because your price points are like very competitive, just like we are in the industry of what we do and how we do it with one-on-one mentoring. Super competitive. Nobody does what we do out in the industry because they don't want to, and they don't want the liabilities, or they're going to want to charge you 50 to 100,000 bucks, and we don't do that stuff, right? Because
yep,
that
yep.
irked me. That irked me a long time ago. So that's why we kind of gravitated to each other because it makes sense on what we're doing and what you're doing. Proof in the freaking pudding. Take care of the freaking hard costs, right? And let's rock and roll. Do some business together, make some money together for the long term. If you make it, it's going to be awesome. Because knock on
Yep.
wood, brother, we're going to be here for a couple of more cycles, and I'm sure you will. We want everybody who works with us to as well. Even if they don't, God bless them, keep on rocking, do their thing. But we do
Yes, sir.
know that hot lead is juicy. Work it. That's where you're going to make your money, the art of the deal. And then you're going to have your overflow, right? Stuff that's not so
Yep,
hot, maybe they're not quite ready, maybe ready in 3 months, 6 months, it's okay. Or we're going to nurture them, plug them into what? Their CRM with their text, like you say, verticals, right? It's going to be verticals. CRM is going to be text, ringless voice messages, direct mail, some letters, a couple of calls, appointments, right? And I know you have systems that are in place with different. I know the CRMs are out there, and I know you guys have some stuff that you guys are working on and some other AI stuff, which is kind of
yep.
cool.
And you know what, Eric? AI gonna be as if now, like if we talk about the people, some of them are thinking AI gonna ruin their business, right? But
Mhm.
you know what? If we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, man, that's gonna increase your revenue. You just need to spend your time. You just need to spend your mind on it. Like how I can take benefit of it, right? So
Right.
I would say AI gonna increase the business, gonna increase revenue, gonna increase every single thing. All we need to do is just set the verticals again. Just set the verticals. So are we following the same algorithm? Are we following the rules that they mentioned, right? So when
Right.
it comes to AI gonna be
It's just
managed
adapting.
90% of your business. Let's say if we set up any AI bot on just say this, I would say I will give you example of messenger chat widget, right? So
Yeah.
let's say previously what people were doing is they were just, let's say if they work in 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. EST, if someone just reach out to the business around like 4:49 and the office just got closed, obviously they're going to reply them tomorrow, right? So with the
Yeah.
help of AI, we are not going to lose those leads. Let's say if office just closed by 5 p.m. and the lead just come in 4:49, or I would say like 4:59, and everyone working in the office, obviously they're gonna prepare themselves to just get off, right?
Yeah.
And with the
Really.
help
Yeah.
of,
Yep. Dude. Oh, there it is. Let's go. Everybody's
yeah,
running, man.
with
It's
the
fucking
help
not
of
even 6 o'clock. They're going to hitting the time clock.
Yeah. So with the help of AI, you are not
Yeah.
going to lose those leads, right? Let's say
Right.
if you just got a lead with the help of chat widget, you can just respond those leads. On the same time, if you talk about AI, man, like we got chat GPT, we just need to like teach basically just insert those prompts inside the chat GPT about our business lifestyle.
Mhm.
So let's say if you just got a lead, we can chat GPT with the help of AI. You can just respond them on the same time. You can just book an appointment for them for the very next day. But previously, what people were doing is they were just losing those leads. Even they're not how they can just set an appointment when they don't have a conversation with that, right? So with the help of AI, you are going to basically increase the person numbers of the appointments,
Yeah.
increase the ratios, increase the, I would say the protocols to manage your business in a very, I would say, good amount of time and with
Yeah.
very 100% efficiency. So with the help of AI, or people who are thinking that's gonna ruin my business, I think they are thinking wrong. But all they have to spend their time, just spend their like mind on the same thing to just get a better knowledge, because that truly depends on the knowledge that you have about those products, right? So if you have a better knowledge of the product, you can be rock and roll, man. So that's if you don't have that much time, so we got experts, right? They can deal this thing for you. So all you need to do is just we just need to believe you on this thing, and we can get this done for you. Like we can, I would say, like we can make you understand. We can make you believe, yeah, this is gonna work, and what's not gonna work. So we got you covered. Like we know what to do because we are spending our time on this shit. We are spending our time to build this system. We are spending our time to train this system. So you can have, I would say, you can have benefit of it. I would say, yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I know that AI is it's in and out. I get it. It's supposed to figure out how you talk and all that other good stuff. So there's benefits to it, but it's like anything else, just like social media, right? It's a pain in the
Yep.
ass. You got to learn it. You got to study. You got to become it. Because it's like anything else. As long as you hyper focus on one thing, that's why when we were working with mentees and you got a foundation, a lot of them like, oh, well, I did this, put up all kinds of verticals, but
Yep.
they're not ready for any of the calls. So they shit can all those calls because they're not very good at locking up deals and their conversions, or some of them don't even know the due diligence, how to break down a deal, right? And we're
Yep.
like, okay, well, what are you going to do when you get a deal? Why just send the deals to these people and they're supposed to give me a split? So, well, how do you know what's a split? I have no idea. So, if you don't know what the split is, then you need to get to work, right? You can't be lazy in any business. At the end of the day, sure, there's pieces. Once you understand it, and if you like it and you love it, then you'll work it. If you don't, then yeah, you got to figure out, do I want this in my business? And if you do, then you go ahead and say, let's find some experts to make that happen, right? Just plug in
Yep.
some people that are smarter than me, or at least want to be able to take the time to get it done, because that's what you're paying for. I will tell
Yep.
you this, and it's been my pet peeve, right? And it's been probably the last decade, Abdul, right? and it's just customer service. It's the moral compass. It's been
Yep.
shit canned and it's been put outside the door, right? Because people
Yep.
don't, before it used to be, hey, who's right? The customer's right, even if the
Yes.
customer's wrong.
Always. Always.
Always. But at the same token, it's like, no. It's like you're getting people that don't want to work. You get assholes out there. You get biatches out there. You get like, it's really amazing when you work with companies. Then they're like, if they can't service you, then what the hell are you going to, why even pay them, right? Where's the love at the end of the day of over delivering? I mean, I know at any job when I had a job back in the day, a long time ago, right? It would be, I would get paid more. I would do more work than I got paid, right? If they gave me a salary, I would do more, and I'd always have a job because I'd always blow out other people and work out 2 or 3 other people. So you can hire me. I work there. So I'm doing the work of 3, or you can hire some jabroni sitting on the fence, doing this shit, taking up people's time, right? And I would never get fired, right? It's almost impossible to fire me because of what I do and what my mentality is. That's the game changer, I think, for people, right? If you have to step it up a little bit, get your mindset rocking and rolling, get off your arse and rock and roll and do what you need to do. It's the same thing. Like I think, you're going to train for a fight. You train, you get a coach, you get a mentor, or somebody's going to help you, or you can, hey, you're not going to train, you jump in the green, and someone else, the story of 2, right? The other person, maybe, we both trained, but this one trained really hard. This one kind of, sort of, they're going to jump in the ring, and this one's going to get their ass kicked, right? This one's going to beat the shit out of the other one, right? Because it's just the way it is in business and anything you do, right? So when you're ready for this and ready for an apparatus, you still got to maintain, you still got to rock, you still got to do stuff, right? Still got to get off your butt, still got to put on the gloves and go to battle every single day, because success is pretty much, it's not a shoe-in. You always got to fight for your success. You got to pay the rent every single day for it. That's just the way it goes, right? And some people get tired. Some people don't want to do it. But when you have these pieces, that's what we do, right? That's why even the last cycle, Abdul, I would literally drive to Vegas, or I'd go and jump on a plane or go see who the company was to talk, meet them, meet the CEO and their interculture, see the proof in the pudding, and do that type of stuff, right? Now we got all this beautiful stuff, so it's a lot easier. Last cycle, you couldn't do this. It would cost literally probably tens of thousands of dollars just to be able to do this, right? So don't have to jump on a plane, don't have to drive unless you want to, and build that relationship totally different, right? Because that means you're taking your business a little further. But like anything else, there's reputation, right? That's why I like to have conversations. Let's talk and see if we're a good fit. Are you going to service the people that I bring to you, vice versa, right? Are you going to bring us business too? Because everything is reciprocal. If it's not reciprocal, then what's the purpose of having a relationship at the end of the day that's one-sided, right? So that's why me talking with you and doing this live, I have no qualms about it. I know you'll do your hardest work to take care of anybody we send you, and vice versa, or put it out there and do your best to take care of those clients, because we're all doing the same thing. It's like, hey, take care of the hard costs, right? And then let's get to work. Let me prove that what we're going to do in our methods, just like even us, the AMPLify method, right? AMPLify, the mentee program, the one-on-one, nobody does it. Same thing for I think that's where we kind of clicked, right? You do the same thing for your dialers. Hey, here's the hard cost. You can't go anywhere else. You can maybe, but you're going to have to negotiate pretty hard. But I think at your price points with the VAs and the admin people, right? And doing whatever, right? Doing the appointments, doing the long form, whatever they need to do for 7 hours, 5 days a week, you're going to get 10, 15 leads. And you can quote me on this or not if you're doing it right, or even more, right? And then at least then you're going to hand it over to your acquisition person, right? And then they're going to rock and roll, and it's up to them to make sure that they close that frickin' deal. Or if it's a real estate agent or broker, then it's going to go to them to get a listing, right? Or to work with the buyer to go find them a house. If it's the real estate side of the business, you already know how that is. Everybody's looking for deals, whether it's going to be a fix and flip, a wholesale deal, a sub-to deal, a rent-to-own, a lease option, if they're that far in the business. Most are just the one-trick pony, right? I get it. It's wholesale. 70 cents minus repairs, right? And if it fits, awesome. But you still need leads. Without leads, you're dead in the freaking water, right? And you can spin your wheels by trying to build all those verticals, because a lot of people build all the verticals, and then they spend their money, and go, oh, shit, I ran out of cash, and 6 months later, what do? right? You're putting the tech before the
Exactly.
horse, and you need to really work on you. So that's what we do. But at the same token, when they're ready, guess what? They come to a company like yours and say, "Hey, this is what I need. I need some dollars. I need some. I need some high ticket salespeople. I need some appointment setters." Right. At the same token, you know what? I really need some help with my social media, man. Right, guys and gals, how can you help me? Plug one in. Even there, you take it a little further because I believe you do like the other stuff. Like let's say, like if I wanted to rebrand a piece of software, I got this crazy idea saying this is what I want to do. I want a calculator that does this, and that. You'd be able to plug me in and maybe kind of put a little team together to
And you
help
know
me
what?
build
And
that
you
out,
know
right?
what, Eric? Yesterday
Yeah.
we just delivered a calculator, one of the calculator website to the client.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the guys are a medical business and they love to have a calculator on their website to just teach people, to educate people how they can use those syringe, how they can just
Yeah.
boost, how they can have those medication to just how they can have the medication. Basically, a perfect calculation. I will share that
Yeah.
link with you as well. Basically,
Sure.
yeah. Basically, you know what, like that's totally depend on the scenario. That's totally depend on the requirements that the client have. If they need help with social media, we got them covered. If they need help
Yeah.
with website, we got them covered. Basically, we
Okay.
have every single verticals settled, and that's what we are working at the moment. Even I'm not saying
Mhm.
like we are 100% completed. We are learning every single thing on daily
Right.
basis. Like learning is not like no one can say, even I cannot say like I just done with this AI thing or I just done with this sales part. Every day I'm learning new things because like we are in 2023 at the moment, right? And
Yeah.
things are going fast, things
Mhm.
are going crazy, so we have to be on the very first page whatever is happening to have a better knowledge, to basically to increase our knowledge and to aware about the things that are like running at the moment, running in this area, running in this phase at the moment. So we do need to aware about every single thing. So we can just, because let's say if I was just doing like cold calling for the
Mhm.
whole years, I cannot be like I would say like I can assume now I was not growing. Like even if I talk about my personal branding, I was not growing either. Even if I talk about my brand, I was not growing either. So I have to be aware about every single thing, basically what's going on in market. And let me tell you this: like previously, when people were running ads and there was no CRM, so everyone just managing their things on the Google sheet, right? But
Yeah. Yeah.
when it comes to technology, when we got more technology, when we got more CRM, when we got
Right.
more software, so we got every single thing in one place.
Yeah.
We don't have to
Yeah.
spend that much that time on every single websites on a daily basis. Now, with the help of CRM, what we can do is we can integrate every single thing in one place. All we
Right.
have to do login, insert password and the username, and it will just pop up with the dashboard, and we can manage every single thing in one place. And as of
Right.
now, like previously, yeah, they were just if we talk about the CRM. So previously, it was just like, let's say you can just add your leads there, and you can just
Yeah.
integrate your calling
Right.
tool. Now you can integrate every single thing, even your
Everything.
Facebook. I mean, if you
Yeah.
wanted to take payments in and out, you can just
Right.
integrate your payment system and do every single thing in one place. So
It's
yeah,
true.
I would say like
Yeah. No.
technology, with the help
Yeah.
of
It's true, man.
technology. Yep, with the help of
Change.
technology. Yes, sir. Everything is just got changed, and everything just. If I would say we are saving lots of time. Even if I would assume now, if I don't have CRM, I have to spend like hours on every single thing one by one. Now with the
Right.
help of CRM, as I give
Yeah.
you an example, I just need to insert my password and the username, and the dashboard just pop up. I can just manage every single thing in one place. So that's how it's worked. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Before it used to be either paper or an Excel spreadsheet, and then do Google Doogie Doogie
And one
Google
more thing,
Google
Eric, let me
Sheets,
tell
man.
you
Yeah. It's
this.
a pain in the ass.
Yes, sir. And you know what? Right now, I think Google just I think they just deleted Microsoft from their. I think that was Microsoft. No, I'm
Okay.
sorry. That was something, a software, a Google-based software. They just deleted a couple of days ago. I just forgot
Oh.
what was
Okay.
that. But I
Gotcha.
will send. I will let you know later. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, for sure.
yep.
Yeah.
With the
You just
help
got
of
to.
technology. Yep.
What's that?
I'm saying, like, with the help of technology, everything is going faster, and people are, some of them are getting benefit. Even nowadays in 2023, I do know so many people who are still managing their personal stuff on papers and like Google
Right.
Sheets because they don't love to spend money on their self. They don't
Yeah,
love
yeah.
to like save their time. Okay, that's their wish. But if I talk about me, I love to save my time, man. Like, let's say
Right.
if I save my time, I can go after for so many things. So I can just learn more things and I can just offer more things. So that's how it will help me to increase my like branding. It will help me to increase my sales. It will help me to increase everything, I would say.
Right. No, for
Because,
sure. And that's the thing. I was having a discussion with a couple of people, some partner associates, even the mentees, and going, look, the only thing that's really changed is technology. I say adjust, adapt, or perish, or rock and roll like we do. Keep on rocking, keep on fighting, adjust to the technology because technology is going to always change as you move forward. The thing that doesn't change is the art of the deal, the sales part.
yep,
You know about the sales stuff, right? Is
yep,
having the sales skills, understanding the sales skills, getting better and better and better at that, adjusting and adapting with the sales skills, and then adjusting and adapting to the technology because it's always
yep,
going to be changing. Because if technology takes a shit, then you're relying on that piece. So that's why I'm kind of, I get AI is cool, text, all that good stuff. But if it takes a shit, then you got to go back to you know what, right? You got to have the pick and the shovel to be able to rock. But at the same token, you learn this stuff. If you learn it, yes, it's going to bring you more business. You're able to scale. You're able to have more time and freedom, right? But you're right. Now you can do text. You can do everything in a CRM. Before CRMs were a pain in the ass. They're chunky, and they never had everything. And even today, they still don't have a CRM that has everything because every business is a little bit different, right?
yep,
So you have
yep,
to
exactly.
adjust
Yeah,
and adapt, or you have some. I get it. There's white labels, all kinds of other stuff, and and there's Podio, and but you have to be like a programmer to program and make them happen, or
yep,
pay somebody, right, to make that happen. And then if it breaks, you got to pay somebody to fix it, right? But if you have other people that that you plug into a CRM and you can do your whole business there and have your team working and chopping it up into pieces. You got your text, your rings, voice message, direct mail, marketing, online, offline marketing, social media stuff. They're starting to tap in more and more things inside of your CRM, which is a part of the growth, right? You got to have
yep,
that. Even the VAs can tap in. Even your team members can tap in, right? Your acquisitions, your marketing, your dispo can all tap in with their own little login and usernames or whatever, right? And then you can give them certain type of privileges. Say, hey, I don't want, Dispo doesn't need what acquisitions need, right? Or acquisitions doesn't need this, this, and that. Or marketing only needs this, a couple of things here and there. Then you can work it the way you need it, right, to be able to scale up. And then having the back end stuff is kind of what you guys do, right? Where you're bringing in the back end apparatus, almost like operations of some sort, to be able to tackle that stuff, to be able to scale and grow, which I think is a lovely thing. So when they're doing the dialing and stuff, I know that I was going to put you on the line there and saying, look, because I know when VAs were popular even 10, 15 years ago, right? Well, coming out, and it's been a thing. Then they started moving to American and doing it, but it's more expensive, and you got insurance, and you got all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Called ISAs, individual sales agents, right? But at the same
mhm,
token, there's so many talented people all over the world, right? And that's why obviously look at all the Dow, all the computer places, big companies, they all outsource. I get it, right? But at the
yes,
same
sir.
token,
Because
a lot
that's
of
what
good
they
people
realize.
who have
That's
degrees, right? A lot of
yep,
people you work with have degrees because they can, make more money doing this than going and being a nurse or being maybe even an attorney of some sort, right? Because
yep,
the dollar, just because the price points and the and sheer, I guess everything that goes with it is I guess more beneficial to them, right? And then I know
yes, sir.
you've worked over the last several years to say, look, man, put those resources together, right? You have what you have, so that's why I was kind of kind of like connected with you and going, okay, cool. And you paid the tools for the resources, like us when a mentee comes aboard, right? Our resources are their resources, right? But
Yep,
we
yep,
paid the price for them, right? I always say free is shit and shit is free, but someone has to pay for it, right? So if I
yep,
spent
yep,
10, 15, 20 years in my career and I give you something, it's free to you, but I had to pay all that blood, sweat, and tears to give it to you. So that person or someone, even myself, when I got a mentor, right, 40 years of experience, I would do whatever they say. Boom, no problem. You want me to do this? You do that. I'll question it later on, and then work on my, work and ask a lot of questions. But I appreciated that that gentleman had 40 years of experience in the business, right? And I know that whatever he was sharing with him was not free, and I had to pay the price, right, to work with him
Yep.
because this wouldn't have worked with anybody, right?
Yep.
I had some experience coming in. I got beat up a little bit, but I still had an apparatus, some websites, and things of that nature, and doing the business. And I was, moving forward with some deals here and there, right? So when people were like, it's just part of the game. I don't care what business you got, right? Because I know you work with franchises, you work with some companies in the United States of America, you're working with just mom and pops, a little bit of everybody. And in this business, when you're getting started, right, we work with people that have kind of been beat up in the business a little bit. They've already spent some money doing the business, and maybe, hey, I need some help. They need some guidance. They did the YouTube University, the TikTok stuff, right? They did the coaching, got stuck. And they're going, man, I need a mentor. I need somebody to work with one-on-one, and then I need to plug in all these things, the CRM, the back-end office, acquisitions, dispo, dialing, and then build the verticals one at a time. Become an expert, build it. Become an expert, build it. Become an expert, build it. And then you start building your skyscraper, right? And plug in all these things, which is stuff that you have, right? Bodies, people, experts to make the phone calls, close, all those things that you're going to need in the business, right?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. So let me ask you a question. You don't have to tell me, or we can just say if anybody's interested in this, watch the videos all the way through. Like they said, they're always live and uncut. Get all the juicy nuggets that we're dropping here today, and then watch it back and forth. Reach out. I'm going to put up Mr. Abdul's logo and how you can get in contact with him. And at the same token, you already know the drill. If you see this, PM. Let's see if we're a good fit. And if you got some rec or anything, you got questions about Abdul or anything, I'll be more than happy to answer, and he will too. Just reach out to him and
Yep.
make a connection, right? But I know
Yep.
that these are things in the business that people need, right? And
Yep.
it is about the take care of the hard cost and then proof in the pudding, right? So tell us a little bit about your model and how that works.
Yeah, let me show you on this. So basically, let me give an example.
Sure.
Let's say I shared like we are just charging like $313 a month for just a VA who do cold calling to generate basically calling to the homeowners. We're talking about real estate, right? So let's say we have a person, a cold caller who just doing cold calling like 7 hours a day, calling to the business homeowners or business owners to set an appointment to book in your calendar, basically. So the VA, the cost to you is just $313 a month. And you know what? We believe in results. So we are not charging because we know that in this universe, people are charging way more than that. If we talk
Right.
about the freelance platforms in the moment, we got Fiverr, we got Upwork, and the callers, they're
Right.
charging like between like $8 to $15 an hour, right? So let's say I'm not saying $8, I'm not saying $15. That's considered $10. So let's say if you hired someone on $10 per hour, they're gonna be working 8 hours a day, right? Obviously, they were
Mhm.
gonna work like 7 hours a day. 1 hour will be a break. As a human, everyone needs like break to do some lunch, water, whatever they need for refreshment, right? So let's say like 8 hours a day. So if you hire that same person on $10 per hour, and you will be paying like $80 per day. Now you can do your calculation how much you are paying for the whole month. But I'm just giving you an example for like just $10 an hour, so you will be paying like $80 per day, right? So
Mhm.
with us, you guys are only paying $313 a month. You will be having same quality. And let me give you a difference. Let me give you an amazing example, right? Where let's say if you wanted to buy a large pizza, right, in America, in Texas, in Florida, everywhere, right? You will have to go to the obviously to the pizza shop, and the large pizza that's gonna cost you between like $16 to $20, right? But if you wanted to buy a same pizza here in Pakistan, that's gonna cost you between $4 to $8. You will be getting same quality and the same services, right? But there's a
Mhm.
difference, only pricing, just because we are in Pakistan and you are in United States, right? So the cost, and I'm not saying like the agents who will be working for you, they will be only getting paid $313 a month. No, we do pay commission for them. to them
Okay.
basically, and we do believe in results, right?
Yeah.
So our clients win will be our win. Once we bring some cash on table, we love to take a percentage on that,
Okay.
right? So we believe in results. So as if now, let's say if you hired two cold callers with us, so you will be paying $313 per each,
Okay.
right? And they will be working like Monday to Friday, 7 hours a day, and making lots of sales call and like setting appointments for
Okay.
you. And let's say in 1 month, on average, as of now, on average, each agent is setting like 20 to 25 appointments per month. So
Okay.
let's say if you have an 20 appointments per month, and out of 20 appointments, you got 6 sales, so that's gonna be amazing revenue, right? So with the help, with once we got those that revenue, so these are the guys who's helping you to get those numbers, right? So
Got it. Okay.
as of now in the start, you are just paying for their monthly salaries. That's it. So once we bring you some cash on table, we love to take a percentage on that. And with the percentage, we will be get paid. On the same time, we will be paying like commissions to the agent, because commission that they motivated to the person, they
Yeah.
motivate their lifestyle, they
Okay.
basically everyone, once they get some cash, right, they will be spending on their self. Let's say if it's a student, they will be spending on their study, right? So I would say a term commission, that's they only like a term commission, they this motivates you, right? So
Mhm.
on average, each agent is making like 700 or 800. Sometimes they make like $1,500 a month. That's totally depend on the results that they generated, right? So
Okay.
let me give you hard cost. So the each agent that's gonna cost you only $313 a month. And the clients who are interested in these services, they can just reach out to us. Whatever help they need, let's say if they need help with like cold calling, we got them covered. Let's say if they need help, basically we offer a proper production department for them. So let's say if you are a real estate company in US, so you do like your sailing and every single thing in US, right? But at the same time, you do need help with production. Production means you will be producing some contents for the peoples, for your prospect who love to see your things, who love to see your services, right? So you can have your production department with us. We can set up your own production department where you will be having dedicated person for your company, right? So that's includes social media specialists. That include like WordPress develop. I would say front end developer, back end developer, social media specialist, SEO specialist to rank your website on the very first page. Because if we are running a business, and obviously like we have a website, right? So
Mhm.
with the
Okay.
help of website, what you can just not just put your content on your website for the people who are interested on your services. Basically, you have to go through a process called SEO, or search engine optimization, to rank your website on the very first time. If we talk about Erick business name is AMP, right? AMP. So let's say Erick is doing real estate, providing real estate services. So if anyone just type real estate services nearby me, if you have a great SEO for your business, your website gonna pop up on the very first page, right? So
Yeah.
there is a process called SEO. So we got you covered. We can assign you a dedicated SEO specialist who will be optimizing your profile daily basis. And on the same time, a term called SEO, like search engine optimization, right? This
Right.
process that totally depends on the backlinkings that you are creating to rank your website. So for
Yeah.
that, we got a team to do like to creating those links to like
Mhm.
I would say to rank your website on the very first page. Let's say if someone type, hey, let's say someone type real estate services nearby me. If you got a great SEO, your website gonna pop up on the very first time. So you will get a sale, right? And
Mhm.
let's say you have a social media, right?
Yeah.
Like amazing social media, because everyone got, if we talk about real estate business,
Yeah.
everyone got social media, but some of them are doing some of them are going, I would say, like amazing social media optimization for their
Mhm.
business, and
Mhm.
some of them are not, right? So that's
Yeah.
totally depend on you what you are doing with your business. So that's your choice. If you wanted to have your social media optimized, so you should go for social media specialist. You should go for social media marketing and management. Let's say if you don't believe in social media channels, you just believe in referrals. That's your wish. Like you can just have those referrals and just like give them your services, and that's how you proceed your business. But when it comes to online, like online, I would say to like on Google, right? Like to like with your social media channels. If you believe, like say, hey, I believe in good engagement. Let's say if I produce amazing content, I'm gonna get amazing engagement. If I don't produce good content, I'm not gonna get amazing engagement, right? So that's totally depend what you do and who you are and what services you provide, and you should come up with amazing I would say if you are a product owner, if you offering like products to your clients, so obviously you need to, you are the product owner, you know like better than me about your product. So you need to come up with the
Right.
content. Hey, you know what? These are the keywords which can help you to rank my website, which can help you to promote my business. And let me give you an example, right? There
Yeah.
is a term, there is a medicine called semaglutide, which help people to lose their weight. I'm not sure if
Mhm.
you're aware about this, or
Yeah.
do you?
Sounds familiar. Yeah. It's a shot,
Semaglutide,
right?
right? Yep, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you know what? We cannot advertise semaglutide. Let's say, let me give you a whole example, all right?
Yeah.
So let's say you are a med spa owner, right? And you got a product like semaglutide. Obviously, you need sales. You need people who are interested in semaglutide, right? So
Yeah.
when it comes to Facebook advertisement, semaglutide is a form of drug. You cannot advertise semaglutide directly on Facebook. So you have to come up with amazing strategies and I would say proven methods to upsell your services to basically to get people who are interested in semaglutide. So we
Mm.
already know like semaglutide is like we cannot advertise semaglutide directly on Facebook. So this does not mean like we are not going to advertise semaglutide. We will be advertising semaglutide with different strategies. So Facebook cannot figure out basically what they are offering. But when it comes to the prospect, I'm not saying like Facebook is not going to figure out what they're offering. Basically, they will figure out because these guys are the father of the product, right?
Mhm.
They know what people are doing, but they just denied on the term semaglutide because semaglutide is a form of term, a form of
Okay.
I would say a drug, right? So
Yeah.
that's probably depending on the strategies and like how you can advertise your product, even if it's semaglutide. Even if I talk about me, like we got Pine Hill in Med Spa Industries, and we are launching about semaglutide on daily basis, and even we are on Facebook. I'm saying like we are advertising semaglutide on Facebook on daily basis, but we got proven methods and strategies, and we
Yeah.
are getting sales, we're getting appointments.
Okay.
So that's what we do on the strategies and the methods that you are following to promote your business.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So the name of your company is what? The Closing Cartel.
No. So the name of the company is TCC, the Closing Cartel. So
Okay.
D is D and the closing, sales closing, right? And the cartel means a group of people, right?
Yeah.
So the salesperson, and there is a one leader, and here we are. And we are the man. We are. I'm managing every single thing, and even if you know what, like we do have, and in this business, I do have a partner based in Wellington, Florida. Even we are a U.S. based company, so we got two different branches. One of our branches in Wellington, Florida. It's not open yet, but in a couple of months we will be opening that or that branch for sure. But as of now, we have our office in Karachi, Pakistan.
Okay.
So you know what? In a couple of months, we do have plans to open our third. I would say a second office. I'm not sure second or third. That's gonna be in Dubai, UAE. We all know like Dubai is an amazing place. They are not charging any single thing in the form of taxes. Texas is the pain in the ass. So we are the reason we are why we are going to Dubai to just get rid of those taxes, right? So Dubai is
Oh,
tax-free country. In a couple of months, I will be like I would say by the end of 2023 or January or February, I will be visiting Dubai to do like business licensing and opening
oh,
our
cool.
second, third branch
Awesome.
there. Yeah, so
Awesome. Do you have
everything
to
is
be like a? Do you have to be? Do you have to get invited into Dubai, or do you have to be born there?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have to be invited, or do you have to like? How do you get a business there? Don't I thought you had to like be invited or be born in Dubai?
Well, that's on like you're not invited there. Like you just need to go there and open your business registration the way we do in US.
Interesting.
We file
Cool.
for LLC and every single thing.
Yeah.
And when it comes to business, right, we have to do business by our own, right? So if we talk about the marketing agencies, there are so many marketing agencies in Dubai. but how everyone is getting business. So that's totally depend on the strategies and the methods and the business model that we are following. So that's totally depend on us, like how we are going to grow the business and how we are going to get the clientele. And if we talk about the real estate business in Dubai, that is going amazing. Like there are every single day there is a project launching, and like you know what, if I do have like amazing contacts in Dubai, and you know
Mhm.
what, if we talk about the buildings, every and the let me tell you the reason, Eric, why everyone is moving to Dubai. Because Dubai is tax-free country, man. Like they're not charging anything in the form of taxes. If we talk
Okay.
about US, like some of the in some states they're charging like 13%, some of them charging like this totally depend on the state's rates, right? But when it
Mhm.
comes to Dubai, like they're not charging anything in the form of taxes. And even if I talk about Pakistan, man, they do charging amazing amount of taxes. But I love to open the business in Dubai and like taking payments in and out because they're not charging anything in the form of taxes, man. And like if I talk about me, I'm spending all of my time and I'm
Yeah.
doing like hard work. So why do I have to pay that amount in the form of taxes? I love to save my money, right? So I do have rights to save my money, right? So that's
Yeah.
why I just think that I just took a decision in a couple of months I will be moving to Dubai. I'm not saying moving to Dubai, just pay a visit to Dubai to just
Mhm.
open an office, to
Cool.
just find a better teammates and assign
Yeah.
them on the account so I can just
Awesome.
grow my business, I would say, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, cool. That's some awesome stuff, man. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and do a wrap on everything and maybe a little overview of everything as well. So I do
Uh-huh.
appreciate you coming on and sharing this stuff, right? With AHA, Americans How Americans and AMP Live. Basically, there's a QR code there. Check that out. You can go and sign up for the, what do you call it? There's a Facebook group, and at the same token, reach out and get some more information for the CC. Was it the CC? Right, we got the CC closing cartel with Abdul here, right? So definitely
Yep.
check that out, and and let me and just reach out if you have questions. Then we can make that happen. We can get together and see if we can put some stuff together for you. And I know that he's going to honor. I know Abdul's going to be honoring what we discussed today, right? With the price points that are there, and you can't beat it. Trust me, man. I don't got to do the math for you. And they are, having people to make those calls and high ticket sales and all that good stuff can go up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 bucks an hour. ISAs in America are like, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks an hour plus commission and all kinds of other stuff. So I think the same model like us, take care of the hard costs. Anybody comes aboard, and whether it's a
Yeah,
90-day
rather than
program or
spending
six
thousands of dollars on these
yeah,
production costs, why don't you spend that much amount on your business to add more services, to buy more equipments, to hire? I would say like just spend money on your business rather than spending great amount on production. Like at the same time, like everyone
right.
got more like ways and how they can reduce their production cost, and there is a way to reduce your production cost, and here we
Right.
are. We love to have those people who are interested to grow their business, and we go from there.
Right. No, exactly. And I definitely think it's a lovely thing, man. So, we'll just maybe on Thursday too, and you come back, we'll kind of break down some stuff. And if you got any like case studies or things of that nature, we can come on again and share some of this lovely stuff, right? And definitely going to see how it all, I know how it all integrates, right? But maybe drop some golden nuggets on, like the VA stuff and how the dialing can work and how the high ticket sales stuff can work, right? Because
Yep.
there is a I guess it's out there in the business now, right? And like I said, the pricing is the pricing, and what we're doing, we're working together here, right, through AHA Amp Live and American Mentee Program, your company, the CC, the cartel, closers, or the closing cartels, right, and yourself, and you're working hard to put the business out there and do your thing, right, and
Yep.
your resources, like I always say, our resources are, anybody comes and works with us exclusively becomes their resources, right? Same thing here. And I know you worked hard with your resources, right? So
Yep.
there's a QR code. Go ahead and I believe it's right over here somewhere. Go ahead and scan that. You can go ahead and join the group. I believe it's over here somewhere. Where's it at? Boink right there. And then reach out if you need to, or if you need Abdul's information, definitely let me know, and we'll put you in contact, right? And go from there. And just jump aboard and rock and roll. We're here to do the business. It is real estate related, but I know that he works with other businesses and things of that nature. For us, it's all geared towards, the acquisitions, dispo, lead generation, social media, and whether it's for a real estate agent or broker or real estate investors in the private sector, it doesn't matter because you need leads to do deals, right? And you need bodies, OPM, other people's money, and other people's efforts, right? OPE. That's
Yes,
where
sir.
that's where you come. That's where you come in, brother. Right? Plug in the
Yep.
bodies, plug in some talent, plug in some people. Because I know a lot of the people we work with, right? They got like degrees and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a super important thing. So, it's just a matter of plugging in the training, the type of scripts that are needed. Everybody's a little bit different. If you're working with us, then we're going to have a certain type of script, and then we'll work with them to get that script done the way it needs to be done, which is the long form. Some are going to be the short forms. And I know that there's going to be CRMs because mentees need the CRMs. They're going to need some websites, some lead generation, SEO. All that comes over a period of time, as you know, right? But we're going to
Yep.
start with building the foundation, and then as they needed, verticals and everything that comes with the business. Hopefully we continue to rock and roll. And I know that, like I said, right, we'll be here for a couple of more cycles. Hopefully you're here for a couple of more cycles too, brother, right?
Yep.
And we'll
Yep.
continue to move into the new business, right? Because there's a new cycle emerging and
Yes.
growing in the real estate business as well as everywhere in the world, including the United States of America, man.
Yep. Yep. Like real estate is way more big industry. Like if we talk about US, Dubai, Pakistan, every like real estate is way more amazing. Like we have like so many jobs that includes to like make that happen, right?
Mhm.
Sales, acquisition, every single thing, right? So like whatever we are doing, like we just need to add some expertise inside the thing to make that happen. So
Right.
whoever is interested, just reach out to us, and we got them
Okay.
covered. And I would say like your win will be our win, and we believe in results, and we love to take challenges, and we love to fulfill those challenges.
Cool.
So here we go. Like your win will be our win. We love to bring some cash on table and
Yeah.
take a percentage on that because we don't believe just making money, money and money. Yeah, we love to make money, but
Right.
we don't love to hunt your money, I would say, right?
Right. Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
love to hunt your money. First, we bring some cash on your table, and you will be feeling more comfortable to share that part with us, right?
Exactly. No, it's a
Yep.
win-win-win situation. I get it, man.
Yes, sir.
Any closing thoughts or any closing statements before we wrap?
I'm sorry, what?
Any closing statements or closing comments you want to make before we wrap up?
Well, whoever is interested, just reach out to us. We will schedule a call, and we love to show you behind the scenes.
Beautiful.
Yep,
Okay, so
yep.
you know what to do. So reach out. It's can you give us the name again one more time for the company?
So the company name is The Closing Cartel, and if we talk about Erick, that is AHAAMP. So just reach out to us. We, Erick and me, just added our expertise in one place to promote your things, to promote your business, to get you more revenue, to get you more sales. And we got you covered, guys, and everything is up and up. Just reach out to us, and we will schedule a call to show you behind the scenes.
Awesome, beautiful, man. So you have an awesome, wonderful day. We'll touch bases again this week, right? Like I said, so reach out. Thank you for watching the AMPLife Real Estate Show. I'll be Erick Paul as your host, and Abdul with some awesome, beautiful information. I know that it's awesome because it's all about the hard costs. Know what the pricing is, but don't think about the pricing. It's about what the quality of business that is going to help you expand and grow your business. Without further ado, as I always say, rock and roll in all that you do. We're going to sign out. Thank you very much, and you have a good one. Abdul, we'll talk to you later, brother.
All right.
Okay.